All right, let's talk about something you might not think about every day. The high-tech systems that manage staff uniforms in big hotels. They promise to make everything more efficient, right? But what if I told you that many of these systems hide a nasty secret? A kind of technical trap that could end up costing you a fortune. We're going to break that down today.
Yeah, this quote really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's a serious warning. You go out, you spend all this money on a shiny new intelligent system, thinking you're solving a problem. But you might actually be setting yourself up for a way bigger headache later on. So what on earth is this technical trap they're talking about?
Okay, so here's the deal. The trap isn't the technology itself, it's how it's all put together. Think of it like this. A lot of these systems are sold as one big, sealed box. You've got the software, the RFID tags for tracking, and the actual physical conveyor belt, and they're all tangled up together. They're designed so that one piece can't work without the others. They're totally inseparable.
And this is where things get really ugly. It's like a domino effect, just waiting to happen. Imagine this. The company that made your software goes bust, or they just decide to stop supporting your version. Normally, you just get new software, right? Nope, because everything is bundled together, you can't. Your super expensive hardware, that big conveyor system, is basically held hostage by dead software. The only option? You have to tear the entire thing out and start from scratch. It's one single point of failure that can bring the whole operation down.
And I really want to stress this point. This isn't about the tech being bad. The hardware might be amazing. The software could be brilliant. The problem, the real issue, is the design. It's a fundamental flaw in the system's architecture that's built to lock you in. And if you're buying one of these systems, you've got to learn how to see this coming.
Okay, let's follow the money, because that's what this is all about, right? The whole reason you buy an automated system is to save cash on day-to-day operations. But this hidden risk we're talking about, it can completely vaporize all those savings and cost you a whole lot more on top.
So let's put some real numbers on this. To have just one person on staff whose only job is handing out uniforms, well, that can easily cost a hotel around 30,000 Singapore dollars a year. That's the cost that these fancy automated systems promise to get rid of. It's a known, predictable expense. And here's the trade-off you're making, maybe without even knowing it. You've got two choices. Option A, a predictable, manageable cost of 30 grand a year for a staff member. Option B, a locked-in system that exposes you to a massive, hidden, and totally catastrophic cost of replacing the entire system if something goes wrong. When you look at it like that, the risk just doesn't seem worth it, does it? But this is where things get really interesting. The game is changing. The old rules that got us into this mess are being completely thrown out the window, and the reason is AI. Artificial intelligence is totally transforming how we think about software, and it's changing the math on these kinds of big investments.
So how is AI doing this? Well, for starters, AI can literally write new software now. It can help you tweak your workflows on the fly. It can help you rebuild a whole system in a fraction of the time it used to take. What used to be a super slow, super expensive thing that only specialists could do, it's becoming way faster, cheaper, and easier for everyone.
And this is a huge shift in thinking, a total game changer. For years, the rule was that software was the precious thing, the scarce resource you had to protect at all costs. But now, thanks to AI, software is becoming easy to get, easy to change. It's fluid. So what's the real valuable asset now? It's the hardware, that big physical conveyor system that's built to last for 10, 20 years. That's the thing you need to be protecting. Okay, so if the hardware is the most important part of your long-term investment, how do we make sure it's safe? It all comes down to one simple idea, a new way of building these systems. You have to design them for independence. That's the key to making them last and keeping your options open.
If you remember one thing from this, let it be this. The logic is simple, but it is so powerful. Your software has to be replaceable. It's like the engine in your car. If the engine dies, you don't throw the whole car away, right? You just get a new engine. It should be the same here. Your hardware, the conveyor system, must be able to work on its own, independent of whatever software you're using at the moment.
So that brings me to a really simple, practical tool you can use. The next time you're looking at buying a system like this, forget all the shiny features for a second. Think about its resilience. Think about the future. Let's call it the 10-year test.
First things first, we've got to change how we think. Way too often, when people are buying these systems, they get bogged down in a long checklist of features. This bell, that whistle. But honestly, all of that is secondary.
Because the real measure of value here isn't features, it's longevity. It's not about what the system can do for you right now, today. The real question is, 10 years from now, what part of this system is still going to be working? That's your true ROI. So I want to leave you with this. Before you sign on the dotted line for any system, I want you to ask one single critical question. Just for a second, forget about the software. Ask them, 5 years from now, if your software company is gone, can my conveyor still run on its own? Can I just plug in new software from someone else? If the answer is no, you are walking right into that technical trap we've been talking about. And asking that one simple question, well, it could literally save you a fortune.